Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Spiritual Dowsy. I'm Dowsy LeMay. I hope all you beautiful souls out there are doing okay wherever you are in the world. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy and chaotic day to watch this video. So thank you to you, as well as to all my subscribers for your continued love and support. So again, thank you very much. Today we're doing a energy follow-up on the energy update I did for April at the beginning of this month. And if you haven't watched that, highly recommend you go watch that because that will give you insight into this video and the energies that I'm going to be talking about. Now, I had talked about April, and the numerology associated with this month is going to be around the number 9. 9 being associated with things around closure, wholeness, wanting to be of service and love and compassion. And we definitely are seeing some of that numerology play out. Big manifesting synchronicity associated with this was around a figurehead associated with the crown, right? Prince Philip's death recently was on April 9th, 2021. The numerology and the symbology around his death seems to be very intentional. Not to say that his death was on purpose, but his death, his untimely death, seemed to have a lot of numerology and symbolism around it. So he died at the age of 99, and he died on the 99th day of the year. So the 365 days of the calendar, he died on the 99th day at the age of 99. And if you take April 9th, 2021, you would find that that breaks down to a 9. So the numerology was 99, 99, 9. How many more 9s do you need to be thrown in your face to recognize that there is some type of symbolism that's being played out here? And when I think about that, right, that feels like a closing, an ending of some sort. Not calendar or energetically marked by his death, but perhaps by the energetics of what is being played out as a collective energy, right? Also, think about his energy and what's associated with it. I had talked about old energy, old guard energy seems to be crumbling. If you think about the old structures that we're in, financial, health, government, educational, right? He's associated with the crown. Crown energy, that which has been around for a very long time, seems to be a marker of some sort of saying, something seems to be ending. Something seems to be coming to a close, right? The process of which that experience is coming to an end. It is becoming whole again. And so be mindful of what you are experiencing in your own life around cycles and things coming to a closure, etc. And we're seeing that kind of manifest through lots of shifts that are happening. Through that closing of that energy, that closing and ending of old energy, and something new is being brought, we're seeing lots of shifts happening. And I said that in our societal structure, but also manifesting in the physical plane of Gaia herself. Mother Earth seems to be shifting around a lot. We are seeing volcanoes popping off and coming alive and becoming active after years and ages of being dormant, right? We had some in Ireland, we had some over in the Pacific Rim of Fire. We also have one happening right now in the Caribbean. So this is all indications of something coming alive. Something is awakening, and as that is awakening, old energetics is falling down or crumbling to the wayside. So just be a little bit mindful of that energy as we play out. It's also very, very interesting that this is playing out during a new moon in Aries energy that we just came through, as well as that Easter energy, right? That rebirth of Christ energy. To me, it seems like a clean slate, and to really be able to focus on your goals, really to be able to take action and be reborn and focus on your goals and to manifest things that are for your highest good and that for which is for the collective. So one of the things I pointed out in the April energy update is that is all well and good, doing things, focusing on your projects, getting down in the weeds, but it's important that to not get too lost in the details sometimes, that you need to take a pause and to look up and to survey the land, to see how far you come, to see what things have shifted around. Are you still in alignment with your goals? Are there things popping up in your reality that are red flags indicating that perhaps something needs to shift around because you're getting resistance because things aren't working the way they should be, or things aren't going to plan? These are all little things that you can really bring into your awareness if you stop, take a pause, take a breath, and look around and see what's happening, and then readjust if you need to, tactically or even strategically, and then work back on your goals, right? Because the energy for this week seems to be about dealing with action that isn't as graceful as many of us would desire to have. Being grace, going with flow. We're really dealing with a lot more of a forceful and determined type of action to accomplish your goals. That can come as a double-edged sword. I say that because if you are forcing things through action, forcing things through the mental body and logic, and going through the masculine energy of doing something through a imbalanced energy, you can get a massive kickback energetically. And what does that mean? It means that you can get reflected back or triggered by the traumas, by the repressed emotions that are motivating that action, all to find that you're in the same exact pattern, you're in the same exact traps that you've been trying to avoid. So it behooves you, if you are really determined in working on your goals, which is really highlighted by doing action, doing things, that before you do a lot of that you stop, you take a breath, you take a pause, and you say, all right, I'm poised in my energy. I have mental clarity. I'm understanding my thoughts. I'm understanding what's happening. Are my goals still in alignment? Do I still resonate with them? Or am I seeing things that aren't in alignment? And I need to look at that resistance, right? I need to look at that kind of stuff, because many of you guys might be taking action to avoid feeling something, or taking action because you don't feel worthy and you're trying to prove your worth, right? That is a lot of the motivation for us to do things, right? We want to prove someone wrong, or we want to get some worth out of accomplishing their goal. You got to look at that energy, because if you're building with that, if you're creating with that, you could have a massive kickback. Excuse me. In addition, maybe some of you guys are just way up in your head and off in the lofty energies, in the etheric, right? You're just constantly dreaming, you're constantly creative. But it really, really means that you need to get out of your head and to get down into the ground and be grounded and do some work. Part of that reason you could be doing that is because you're avoiding stuff. You're avoiding the things that need to be looked at, right? You're all the way up here, but you're not really down here in the body feeling grounded because you're avoiding stuff. So if you're taking action to avoid things, or you're aloof and you're not grounded, or you're taking action because you're trying to prove something, these are all going to end up causing a lot of self-destructive patterns. These are going to be things that are going to be generating into your reality via the law of attraction, because the energy you're holding on to is just going to lead to you more suffering and anguish. So it's imperative, before you really get back down in your projects, working on your goals, working on the grind and getting things done, that you look at where you are. What have you done? Are those things in alignment? Are your goals still resonating with you? And are there underlying currents of energy that may need to be looked at that's causing little bits of resistance, but you're so busy doing things by forcing, by being determined, by putting your head down, that you're missing these signs, and it would be very, very beneficial for you to just say, all right, let me take a look and see where I am. Survey the land and take a look at where you are. So I hope that helps you. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Reach out to me. Like to see what happens out with the rest of this numerology of 9 and what else comes up into our reality. Know that I love you, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.